Hey, okay, so look. Hey, y'all. Purple Carter. Make sure you push like or share. Leave a comment. But anyways, how y'all doing today? So, I just had to get on here because I got so much to say. So much. Why I'm so excited and nobody else is excited with me. That's so bold. So, like to say, I keep telling people about this good news. It's like I can imagine back in the day when they used to tell, they was telling the world about Jesus, and everybody, okay, whatever. Because this is like good news, and everybody like, I don't want to hear that. That ain't good news for me. You're gonna go to jail. This is not a scam. It's in the words. It's written. It is written as He said, not me. As the United States said, and as the Lord said, it is written. These truths to be self-evident. Like all men are created equal in the eyes of God. What is wrong with people? Why don't y'all go read your Constitution? Slowly. Read it this time like you reading it. And it's a contract at the end. You got to sign it. Read it like it say somewhere in there your mama name. You got to read it. The Bill of Rights, the Constitution, the Truth Lending Act. It's some more acts. Like, I'm just saying, y'all, open a new book and you might open a new mind. It's real. Stop making your payments with your income. You should be saving that income. You should be investing that income back into yourself. But you don't know about that because you're sending it back to the people who trying to give it to you. So let me tell y'all this. What I've been telling everybody. If I send you a Wendy's coupon, if I give you a McDonald's certificate, you're going to take those to those places to redeem them with those places. So why don't you do that for your utility and your car insurance and your health insurance and your kids' tuition? Because they send you a bill. And you send them money with the bill. But if you guys go and read what a bill is and go look up the definition of a bill, you guys will stop sending people y'all money. It does not say send cash. You guys don't read. Nowhere. If somebody can show me where it says that, then I'll be quiet. Then you can prove me a lie. Until then, I need y'all to go read. Learn how to pay your bills and stuff people are not going to tell you. Nobody's going to tell you. I'm not going to tell you I got money up under my mattress. You know? I'm not going to tell you I got some money in the bottom of my sock. But if you find it, all right, you got to share interest in my sock. You got to share interest under my mattress. Because we shared interest. Because you was interested in something that wasn't even yours. But this is yours. This is your securities. You should share an interest in your securities. Nobody's ever told you that you should share interest in your securities. Because I don't know why. Nobody ever told you to love yourself, I guess. Huh? Well, now you are woke. And now you have a chance to redeem yourself to be alive and redeem those coupons in the right way. So you can thank me later. Everybody. Go research. Just read the Bill of Rights and the Constitution. That's all. Research. That's all you got to do. Man, when everybody found out this good news, everybody keep blocking me like, you do it first. Why you trying to tell everybody about it? I'm trying to tell y'all about it because I'm excited that it's real. I'm excited that y'all is taking so long to read. Y'all, I got to go to work. I ain't got time. You don't got time to read your money? Your money contract is yours. It's your money. You don't want to read? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get a husband one day. But look, you know what I'm saying? What's wrong? And I'm not Muslim or nothing. I just choose to cover my head, my crown, because I'm a queen. I started doing this. I don't know why. I was like, I just kept looking into it and Googling it. I know a lot of women overseas are trying to take the hijab off. But when I read about it and things like that, I just feel like people do view you for what's on top of your head. They view you for what they see when they first see you. People see me with my hijab on, I get so much different kind of introductions. I get so much respect. I get a lot of hugs. I think they need the hug. I don't know. I did need a couple of those hugs, but it's very interesting. I meet people of all different walks of life, and I don't think myself to be very, very upfront, but if somebody talks to me, I'm talk to them. Or if somebody lingers, you know, in my peripheral a little bit longer than I anticipated. Am I at the right house? What's going on? Maybe I should text her. Sorry, I'm picking up my niece. I just wanted to get on here for a minute. I have a lot going on. I'm trying to help others while I'm helping myself. And I just want everybody to be on board with me, because next year, when I got everything lined up and I'm on my vacations and stuff, y'all calling me, I'm like, you're gonna have to make an appointment with my assistant. I'll get back with you on Monday. Learn your trust laws, learn your consumer laws. You can Google all of this stuff, and if you don't want to read, guys, guess what? This is the internet era. You don't have to read. You can make it read for you. You can Google it and let it read for you. So you see these little perforated edges that they give you? And this is crazy, y'all, because this one actually got sent to my mom's house, which I don't even live at. It's funny. I just noticed that it got sent to my mom's house. Okay, anyways, but this is a check. Do y'all not see this check? Do y'all not see this check? Do y'all not see this check? I'm just saying. Do y'all not see this check? Hold on. Like, I mean, like, it has the account holder. It has the positive number with no negative signs. People let color scare them. My bill was red. Oh my gosh. It has the principal account number, the principal balance. Look, got the account number on there. So I'm just going to write on here, pay to the bearer, which is the state of Michigan. I gotta still Google about the state. I ain't really worried about them taking this car, about this. Anyway, I know my rights. Anyways, I don't even understand that equity. I'm still learning equity law. You also gotta learn equity law. Equity trumps everything, cause God, you know. But so yeah. Anyway, so you have a principal balance, and a principal amount, principal account number. I'm going to forward this to the bearer. I'm going to ask them to pay on demand. I'm going to ask them to credit my account. We'll see how it works. But yeah, if I was y'all, I would take all the coupons in my house. She's not ready. I would take all the coupons in my house and like, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain, make it rain. Hey. For real, y'all. This money. Guess what? When you fill it out, you gonna fill it out with the account number already. See the account number on there? You scratch it out to shut off. Put pay on demand. You don't supposed to wait. These are shut off. These old ones shut off. You can even use a letter, y'all. Look, you don't even gotta have a perforated thingy. You can even do it on a letter. Pay. They got a principal on there that you could pay to the bearer. Got the account number on there. Accept and transfer back to the bearer. You know what I'm saying? I put a UCC code on this one, but you don't got to. You know, UCC 5112 transfer a letter of credit. Make sure you put pay on demand and sign the back like a check. It's simple. You know, if you don't know how to fill out a check, you can just Google it and it'll tell you. Y'all ain't never had no check before. Y'all ain't never been no bosses. You might want to get you a blue pen. You know what I'm saying? You want to get one with your name on it or something. This one ain't got my name on it, but you know. It got a company that is interested in my securities on here. I can't wait to go back to this place right here. I gave them an application. I gave them this is so wonderful. I gave them an application and I gave them a down payment. That's illegal. Security deposit. Now, is it a down payment or is it a security deposit? Because if it's a security deposit, then I mean I'm insured. If it's a down payment, I need to see that everybody has to put down a down payment for this co-payment. They don't take my insurance. Well, I can't use my governmental credits. So anyways, you guys have your given name at birth that your parents gave you. And then what happened was your parents gave your name to the government, and they were like, "Oh, we want to use that name too." I told my kids this when they was little, like they borrowed you. It's like you both of ours. You know what I'm saying? Y'all mamas ain't never tell y'all that. I know these people be letting child protective services come in their house. Oh my God, they took my baby out because you didn't know your rights. That's a scam. Child protective services can't take your child if you knew your rights. Child support can't make you pay child support if you knew your rights. Y'all think these kids y'all? They not yours. You gave them to the government. You said, I need a birth certificate. I need securities. Can you help me? I had this baby. I need securities. And they said, okay, we're gonna give you this birth certificate. It's gonna be upward from who knows, $1 million. We're gonna give you these security cards so you can keep up with your account. Let's see if you know how to keep up with your account. We're going to rack it up until you get 18. We're going to see if you can take it over 18. If you can't, we wait until you're 25. We wait. And if you don't take it over by the time you're 25, you must be dead. Or is you out to sea? See, man? I get it. The sailor went to sea to see what he could see. But all that he could see was the bottom of the deep blue sea. That is hilarious. I just caught on to that. Like when you get enlightened and you actually go and read the Bill of Rights and the Constitution, it's only for certain people. Like when you get it, you get it. Like when you understand, you overstand. Like when you overstand, you understand. Like it's back and forwards. Like you I already know this stuff. Well, I don't know about some people. I had some very vigorous instructors when I was in school. I was always in accelerated programs, AP classes and stuff like that and things like that. So I always wanted to apply for top schools and things like that. So I was always trying to learn new words, and my teacher would be like, and my parents and my auntie, everybody would always have me write. Remember, I don't know if you guys write anymore. It's important to write. I used to be like, I got carpal tunnel, I'm tired of writing. But now I get why. Because if we do not write things down, people are not going to know what you want and how you feel if you do not write them down. Write them down. That's the only reason they gonna know. Okay, anyway, for real. Like, you really got to write things down. And you have to stand behind what you write down. You can't just tell people, this is how I am. I only fly first class. And I only wear black shoes. And I only eat green meals. And then you get ready to go somewhere and they're like, well, we have blue shoes, Coach, and Jello. And you're like, well, okay. No, you got to stick to what you just said. That's what you want. Like, you have to be authoritative with your trust. Like, this is partially yours. It's yours. Legally. Like, it's not illegal. You can't go in there and liquidate it. No. You can't go to them and say, can I get some money? No, you can't say that. But what you can do is use it. So what you should have been doing was taking your kids to the hospital every time they got hurt. I know a lot of y'all did. And they was like, oh, come on, we're going to rub that off. We're going to wrap it up. Y'all can take y'all kids to get those braces. Everything. Oh, here goes a phone call.
You have an incoming call.
This be fun. Watch this. Hold on, y'all. Watch this. Hello. Hello.
Call ended.
They knew the call. That was gonna be fun. I wanted y'all to hear that. You'd be like, hi. Are you calling on behalf of the agent in my name? Oh. I mean, are you calling? I don't know. Are you calling beyond the? Okay. I got tongue flustered because my daughter was texting me. Are you calling beyond? Why did she put that? What did she put? Oh. Are you calling about the account in my name? I'm the agent acting on that account. I can't get tongue twisted. I just did earlier, trying to read messages at the same time. It's crazy when you're reading and talking at the same time and you look at something too fast and then the words come and jump in your mouth, and I'm like, I was reading it. I didn't want to say it. Yes, I told my daughter to go get her a Skyrise hotel in New York somewhere. Go on, girl, stop playing. We have unlimited credit. Learn how to use your credit, okay? Y'all do not know. Learn your consumer laws. Go get you an LLC. Go get you a trust account. All of this stuff is free. It all takes like 5 minutes online. The longer you have your businesses, the better. So don't be saying, oh, I'm going to put it off. I'm going to get my LLC next month. Even if you're not ready to start, you might want to do that first. Because the older, the better. Like, it needs to get in the system. But anyway, so I just wanted to come in here a little bit and talk to y'all. I gave y'all a lot. Like, y'all shouldn't even need to still talk to me. So I gave y'all a lot of info. And I haven't even took my classes yet. Like, I just been reading up on. Like, y'all could just go read. It's so fun. Like, I just want to keep reading and learning all day. Oh, let me let y'all hear this right quick. Because everybody should know. I don't know. People act like they don't have time. So maybe they have time when they're on the video with me. So let me let y'all hear this. Because it's important. I'm trying to get my niece to hear it. She want to be a thug so bad. Shawty want to be a thug. Shawty want to be. She says she want to be, but she don't really know. She don't know her laws. She don't know her laws. Hello
again, everybody. This is TJ. We're going to start with a quick video. Well, actually, this is going to go into some detail, but I want to make sure that we get through it quickly, and I want you to watch this more.
Oops, sorry, y'all. Got to watch this more than once. My car went off. Okay, here we go.
The VPME app to keep the savings and the commutes going.
This is TJ. We're going to start with a quick video. Well, actually, this is going to go into some detail, but I want to make sure that we get through it quickly, and I want you to watch this more than once so you get all the details. There's going to be a lot of detail in this video. Over the years, we've looked at different methodologies, researched other people's techniques, tried our own, had our members give us feedback on various things. And one thing we found is that there's a key thing that people need to understand to deal with their legal cases. You think your matter is about a child support case or a DUI or a mortgage or a criminal matter or something like that. The reality is it's all commerce and it's all business. And it's all about trusts. So today we're going to talk about expressing the trust, how that's essential. Once you understand that, and then we're going to show you a newer document we've come across, which we think could easily replace most of the status documents and things that are out there. This will be in your member area to obtain if you're a premium member of urlaw.org, or at least come in and be a free member and try us out, but then you'll probably want to become a premium member at urlaw.org. So I'm going to go through a lot of terminology, but I want you to get the concept of why everything is a trust when it comes to courts. And then how you can use that knowledge to settle the accounts rather than fight these cases. Okay, so here we go. Why equity and expressing the trust is essential to winning. Well, we have to look at some definitions as we go. So an infant is a decedent of estate until you declare otherwise. You see, the courts presume you're coming in as an infant because you brought an attorney, you need somebody else to represent you. Not making your claim for the proper position in the court, coming in the entirely wrong position. And you'll see when you read this contract, those of you who are members will get to see the whole version. We're going to glance over a little bit here, but you're going to see how powerful this is. And it's indisputable once we present this to them. It forms a trust, which makes them liable.
Don't turn the video off. You're going to thank me after this, okay? I'm about to tell y'all something very important.
Rather than trying to fight theirs. So, According to the IRS
You don't
manual
need no lawyer.
21.7.13.3.2.2. An infant is a decedent of an estate or grantor. Oh wait, you thought that was a baby. Owner or truster of a trust, guardianship, receivership, or custodianship that has yet to receive a Social Security number. Now let me ask you folks, is it your estate that has a Social Security number or do you have one? But regardless, the infant is the estate. That's what this is more or less saying. And you know, if you don't believe that, just read on, and the more you study, you'll see that's how things are structured. You are the infant. You're being treated as the infant, and yet you're not making your proper claim to
Listen,
things.
y'all.
And we also know that there's this
You
valuable Social
are
Security
still an
account.
infant. I don't care how old you are. You still an infant.
More than you can
Ain't that
possibly
messed
imagine.
up? Y'all ain't
We
know
can't
this.
just go in there and cash it in, and that's not our goal. We're
I'm
just
sorry,
there
let me shut
to
up.
use it to settle our matters.
I'm gonna
as
tell
we
y'all
go
at the
through
bottom.
life.
I'm gonna put the
That's
link at
what-
the bottom after I get
That's a
done.
basic concept that people are missing. That's all it is.
Just listen,
In
y'all. Okay?
1933, we went bankrupt. They took away all the money, but they had to give us remedy by holding everything in reserve effectively, putting these estates together.
They
Yet
had to do
we
this.
don't know how
Like
to
it's
operate it.
right.
And once you learn
It's
how
not
to operate,
illegal
you
what
gain
they
a great
doing.
deal of commodity
It's monopoly,
and commercial
y'all.
power.
God not put monopoly.
So, once the infant receives a Social Security number, the infant begins the journey as a federal government property.
Y'all hear this?
I bet you didn't know that. A federal employee / taxpayer. Some call it the straw man. You may have heard that term. With the father and the mother as fiduciaries to protect the state property via the newly created Sesticated Trust estate for the infant.
Go read
That
the
birth
Sesticated
certificate
Vi
is
Act.
created-
I don't know how to
created an
spell it either.
estate.
So what? Just type
And it's being held in
Sesticated
trust.
Vi Act.
And it's identified
Syndicated
by a
Vi
stock
Act.
certificate
Syndicated NIAC.
called a
It's come up.
certificate of live birth.
The-
Look at it.
Google
It's a
know
stock
what you're
certificate,
saying.
folks.
Look at it.
And that
Read
estate
it.
is subject to tax
Laws
reporting
don't
and
change.
taxes
If y'all read
and
that, y'all
tax
gonna
on
be so
income
happy.
based on the
Right.
self-confession
This what money
that it's
mean?
income,
Go read the
the
Sesticated
individual.
NIAC and tell you what money is.
and by getting you to
Y'all gonna
self-report
be
on the
so
1040 or
mad.
1040 form,
You can
which
make
is
your
a
own
contract
money
or
with a
affidavit.
stamp or something.
sworn to and correct and complete
Yeah,
under
no.
the penalty of perjury.
Don't read.
Folks, this is how you get tied into the system. But don't worry, it's just a contract. We just need to create a new trust to correct the position. Once the child attains age 18, she assumes the title of co-trustee and co-beneficiary. Now remember, a trustee in any relationship is liable.
So at
You go through
18,
life being liable, don't you?
you are now a
You
beneficiary
also
of your
forget
trust.
to claim that
It's
you're a
yours.
beneficiary. You need to learn how to do that, and you're about to learn that. So take good notes.
You rich at 18.
So you got to claim that position as the father of the father, as described below. The
They don't
father
teach
must
us
claim
this
the
in school.
title of
School is
third-party
dumb.
intervener for the holder of the person occupying the office of the general executor of the infant's estate, or face consequences of abandonment in the administration of the estate. What that means is that you got to step up and say, I understand what's going on here. I know how to run this, and I'm going to execute this thing myself.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Gotta take charge.
All you have to do is claim to be a beneficial owner to do that. That's all of this really equates to.
You gotta speak it. You gotta live it.
Courts and judges know this and rightfully step in as administrator
live it. You
under an
gotta live like
undisclosed
a boss. You don't
constructive
command
trust
it,
for
they
the
gonna
minor
treat you
child,
like
who is basically
like
you.
the CEO and the CFO of your trust.
Okay, you might have one who is your child, but
call
then
you
you're
on the phone
still a
for a
child
bill,
even
like,
after
thank you
age
for taking-
18, which
thank
you're
you
going to
for
see
being
here in
my
a minute.
accountant. You taking so much
Legally.
care of my books for me?
If the father or
Like,
mother are incompetent
I'ma
in the
call y'all
administration of
back.
the child's
Like, for
estate,
real.
or you
You're
as an
an
adult
accountant,
act
you're
as a
a
child, which we do all the
They
time,
accountants are your
minor,
trust.
that's
They
another
keep it up with
term.
your accountant for you. And you can just accept the transfer. I'm just gonna
Versus being of the age of majority, and a very important term to learn. That means you've learned how to step up and take your proper position, and by not stepping up and declaring the trust. Getting an attorney and entering a
Keep up
plea
until how to
places
claim it.
you as being incompetent, and thus a ward of the court, not a beneficiary, and certainly someone who is acting like a minor. These terms matter, ladies and gentlemen. So you
Minor,
abandoned your rightful
minor.
position
And
as
they
a
do say
primary
minor
beneficial
on there when
interest
you go to
title
court.
holder. See, if you don't title to a car, I got something. If I don't have that, I got nothing. And the court grabs it from you as unclaimed, just like the abandonment of a property at sea. Property is abandoned at sea after a period of
They
time, people
sure
can come in
do.
and claim it. That's what they get us to do when we walk into court. So it's called a court, folks. That's what's actually the transaction that's going on there. And you cross the docket, you're carrying the vessel of documents with numbers on them, and you dock it in the dock. That's what's going on. So this is what is really going on in court until you claim your title and then manage it accordingly. Okay, so via the parent's state issued marriage license, the state issued birth certificate for a new child, they have gifted and pledged and abandoned and orphaned that minor child and left them adrift on the sea of commerce. And the child's future, labor, and his estate belongs to the United States because they're taking care of him until he steps up and takes control. And until you do this, you can't go into court and do this until you've exercised this process, okay? Otherwise, you're just going to be treated as an orphaned minor child who is a ward of the state, okay? So the child, which is you, still acting as a minor, who has not yet claimed her securities, becomes part of the collective res. The res is the property or the thing that's put into a trust to give it value. And that res is for the full faith and credit of the United States, which is a trust. And the joint and several labor, underwriter, undertaker surety for all the deaths. You're liable for everything. And they treat you like that, don't they? And even the acts of the United States. Because you don't know how to run your business. It's officers, officials, offices, agents, contractors, franchises, corporations. So, if you don't know how to control this, their position is really being a beneficial interest title holder. Your position is being a beneficial title holder, being perceived as an abandonment, somebody who abandoned a title, you lose. So by voluntarily becoming surety to be bled out, I call it, for a case, simply by giving the name or responding to any legal matter in that all capital letter name, without properly claiming and expressing the trust and relationship. So when you fail to just stop what's going on and reply properly, you get hooked up in that. We'll show you several ways to do that. We've done that through the Word Power program. That's response by creating a trust and so on. And of course the new arbitration methods that are being rolled out there. That's another way to do it. So if you look at 31 CFR 363.3, it defines what a minor is. And I bet you didn't know this. You probably only thought about the first sentence. A minor means an individual under the age of 18. But in the legal world, the term minor is also used to refer to an individual who has attained the age of 18. Also, this could happen after you're 18, in other words, but has not yet taken control of the securities contained in his or her minor account. Now, this has to do with your Social Security minor account. It's called a minor account not because you're under 18, it's because you haven't taken control of it. Okay? And now let's talk about the elements of a trust. A trust must have a trustee. That's somebody who manages it, controls it, on the behalf of another. That's what a trust is. Anytime you give a duty over to somebody, they're your babysitter, they become a trustee. You hand them responsibility to take care of the matters of another. Well, when you have a trust, you have to have a trustee. You have to have a beneficiary and somebody who granted the trust. So that might be you, the parents, granting the child over to the babysitter. That's a trust relationship. It's going on all the time. It goes on when you order food, and it goes on when you go into court. The same thing happens. And so the res is the property. When you give up the name, they'll make a claim to your birth estate. And that's what they're trying to seize. And they put a bond on it. Okay? All this stuff is financial terms in court. So it has res, it has a trustee, and it has a beneficiary. So let's talk about what this term says. The term minor is also used to refer to an individual who has attained the age of 18 but has not yet taken control of securities. That would be beneficial interests certificates and contained in her minor account. That would be whatever res is in the account. And a minor account means an account that a custodian controls. That's a benefit. That's a trustee, right? Custodian on behalf of a minor. A trust. Anytime you give control over somebody on behalf of another, that's a trust relationship. So you as a minor are giving control over to somebody. This is referred to as a resulting trust. The definition of a resulting trust is a resulting trust, from the Latin resilere, meaning, I hope I pronounced that right, to jump back, is the creation of an implied trust by operation of law. In other words, just how you're acting implies the trust. That's all a trust is. People think it has to be the big official thing. So where a property is transferred to someone who pays nothing for it, and then is implied to have held the property for the benefit of another person. So when you walk into court, you give up the name without making a proper claim as to who you are as beneficiary, you're giving up all your property to them to bond, seize, and control. And they will do so and make themselves beneficiary because you failed to do so. That's all. It's the normal way it's done. But when you make your claim, they cannot disprove that you are the rightful beneficial party. That's a fact. It's impossible to change. It's just like gravity. You can't change it. So this is going on every day in your life until you take control as one who is at the age of majority. Age of majority means you're stepped up. You know what you're doing. You're putting the proper documentation and you're making the proper claim of your position when you go in there, as opposed to playing the role that they want you to play, a defendant / strawman. I don't like that term strawman because it's kind of been abused, but it is the basic idea. So we can do this by expressing the trust before court, that is in writing, and then in court. We're about to show you a document where you can do that. 2, when we reply, using our word power syntax response, which we've taught in our other classes, in the word power course, we create a new contract or trust, but we do it in a forensic, perfect contract method where we basically take apart their contract and then we put a dollar stamp on there, which, by the way, we can do on any of our documents, as consideration for the new contract. Now they're hearing our contract as opposed to our being under their contract. Okay, and then when we reply to the new common law arbitration contract method, we also form a trust. And again, that's a new technique, which we have a special page for on the website for premium members. You'll have access to that at yourlaw.org. You can go in there and you can learn about this common law arbitration process that we've come across. And it's been kind of spread around, but we're trying to teach it from our own point of view. I mean, people like the way I teach that information, so it's there. And but the key is to form another contract, another trust. Same with word power, syntax, and all that. And then when we express the trust before court, we're creating yet another trust. We do trusts all the time, folks, but you got to put yourself in the proper position or you'll lose control. And the courts know this. So everything is about a trust, implied or expressed. Contracts are the supreme thing in law. So let's get into this other document next, and then we'll look at how to express the trust in writing, and then do it as a thing you do in court as well.
20. Yeah, they 20.
All right. So first of all, let's say that you've presented the document you're about to see, and I'm going to let you read the document yourself, but I'm going to cover some parts of it. But before you go in, this is what you have to be prepared to say. If I don't got no big bugs, I'm gonna come back. Never put a document in it. You cannot back up and talk about openly and clearly in court. So you've got to understand this document very well before you actually walk in and start talking about it. A while back we talked about subrogation, and I think a lot of people kind of got it a little bit backwards, so I kind of revised the script a little bit, because you have to explain what you're doing in a way that's not only logical to you, but logical to the other people you're explaining it to, right? So you can enter this document we're about to show you ahead of time, days ahead of time, a few days at least ahead of time, or as early as possible, whenever it works for you, but the earlier the better. And then you're going to go in and you're going to back it up with how you come into court. So let's say you're coming into court.
Here we go, y'all. Here we go. This is the good part. I'm sorry.
You say, in order to proceed, I require the court to recognize I am here in special appearance as the beneficial equitable title holder on matters involving the named trust in this matter.
That's how you go in court, y'all. I
also require this, by the name trust is the name that's on their document. It's their court case name. Okay?
That's how you go.
I also require this court to take notice of my bill of complaint and equity, and notice that I appear only in the capacity of one who is at the age of majority. We're letting you know we're not coming in as the minor entity estate. Wow, as such, I therefore direct you to fulfill your fiduciary duty to settle all accounts as trustee per the bill of complaint and equity I submitted, and recognize my right of subrogation in this matter. Okay. You recognize your right to come in and claim the position and switch roles.
I forgot.
Now, if they try to stop you, you just say, well, I do not consent to proceed. Let me repeat myself. And you used to go back to the beginning and say this 3 times if you have to. They will try to get you.
Oops, sorry, y'all.
Back. They'll ignore you. They'll laugh. They'll do everything they can to not address this issue because this is a hot potato. All right? So now Now, if you know the document, you're going to feel more confident about what you said above here. You might revise this slightly, but I would go on with this scripted, really memorized, but have it scripted in case you get lost. Keep coming back to it. It's very important. You do not consent to proceed until they recognize your position as a special appearance as beneficial equitable title holder. Okay,
I'm trying to get
so
y'all
say
to
it
see
that
that
way.
we're not supposed to go
So
to
this
jail.
would be
This is why
almost a
Trump is
replacement
not
for the
going to
previous
jail.
subrogation
I'm just
video,
trying to get
because
y'all to see the
this goes
point.
to more direct, directly to the issue and explains what you're saying, as well as gives you the ability to express it in a trust. Remember, a trust happens by virtue of just the roles you're playing in a given situation in life.
The role you play give you
And
your
when you go to court, there's a relationship. There's the court is the public trustee. You're a beneficiary, but you don't identify yourself as such, so you take liability instead. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be the infant minor. That's the name. That's the all caps name. It's still there, the infant minor. But in this case, you're coming in as plaintiff now. This becomes a counter complaint
They're going to put you in
versus the people of whoever, or the United States, or whoever it is that was originally coming against you in a case. Okay?
Equity court.
And so, expressing the trust. This bill of a complaint in equity presented to void proceedings and jurisdiction. Isn't that what you want them to do?
Ask him, do he know about equity court?
There you go. Introduction and background, and with a memorandum of law, that is a separate document. It's just going to be attached to this document when you download it. Comes now, John Henry Doe. It would be your natural full uppercase, lowercase name, a natural living being of majority status, conducting the style condition of the principal and beneficial equitable title holder. That's more or less what you set up above, and not an infant minor, hereinafter complainant. As such, I am exercising as well as retaining and reserving all rights, natural, private, commercial, incorporeal, or otherwise, and does tender this claim and makes the claim that the tender was special deposited on the accounts receivables books of the court. You've just given us something of value via the respondent's commercial filings and other deposits into the court's registry,
We are the currency.
who, by their own admission of the complaint showing or causing to show the existence of a qualified endorsement. So, there it is. This is how you're coming in. These are your terms and conditions under which you're going to proceed.
Stand on it, however you say.
The respondent has come to this matter related to a trust
more,
in the capacity that is
thank you guys for listening. I'm about to end this.
Thus is proceeded to standing
Love
in
you.
its unadulterated, non-immune capacity.